How do you think we'll look back at this period, do you think? I can imagine generation two or three looking back and saying, what the hell were they doing then? What were they on?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think there's a lot of resistance from the cultural left to the idea that this is a social contagion or a trend, because if it is a trend and it rose and fell, that suggests that a whole bunch of people went along with that trend and did a lot of irreversible damage to children, chemical and surgical, ruined a lot of lives, and it opens up the possibility we're going to see lawsuits, we're going to see all kinds of other things occurring. And once this trend fades, I think we're going to be looking back at this as a kind of craze that really began with an ideological craze and moral panic, which really hit its peak of max crazy with the racial reckoning around George Floyd in the US, or in Canada, the mass graves, residential schools,
Hmm.
question around Indigenous people. That sort of craze, yeah, I think historians will look back on this as a kind of fundamentalist ideological awakening that boomed and created all of these outriders, including the trans trend. But of course, then that trans trend took on its own momentum. But yeah, so I think it will be looked upon that way. I just do not believe we're going to go to a new normal where, 7 or 8% of young people are trans. I just don't think that's in the cards.